So you should have in front of you the lesson 4 definition of reflection and basic property worksheet. You need to have a geomirror. For those of you who are at home or outside of the classroom, you need to come and borrow one of these from me in order for you to be successful on this worksheet. Okay? So how this works is you need to take your worksheet set in front of you. Okay? This line right here, it says reflect triangle ABC, figure D, which is a point on the bottom of the line of, and figure D right here, which is not a point, across line L, meaning that line L here is going to be your line of reflection. And then you need to label the reflected image. What you need to make sure on your geomirrors, hang on a minute, you'll notice that there is a curved edge. If you put your image, the curved edge lined up with your image, it is not going to reflect properly. You need to use the flat edge side, place it directly on the line of reflection. In your mirror, you should see the image that you're reflecting. Okay, you take your writing utensil and you will put the image where it appears on that. Okay? It doesn't work great up here. After you see the mirror image, you put them in, take your straight edge ruler and connect the dots.
Oh, yeah.
And you should get an exact replica of your original. Mine does not turn out perfect up here because the image was far away. Your pieces of paper, it should work out just fine. And then label the points. On your mark, get set, go. Pause.
Go.
Okay, when you look at the image up here, you'll notice I labeled A prime. This is the image. Therefore, it has the prime marking, very important. C prime. What did I not label?
B.
B. Did I create a new B?
No.
Why? Where is B located that I did not create a new B?
At the tip where it starts on the other side.
It is directly on the line of reflection. Objects that appear on the line of reflection cannot be reflected to either side because it's directly on there. So B remains in the same spot. Now, when you come down to do D, can I simply make 2 points like I did with my triangle?
No.
No. D is going to be a little more work. You're going to have to excuse my lack of handiwork here. I don't know that it's going to work with the smart board. I can't see it on the smart board. But you are going to have to trace the entire image through the mirror. Now, I am right-handed. So if I were to place this on my piece of paper, what hand would I have to use?
Your left.
Left. Is that going to work out well?
No.
So flip the paper upside down. Okay? If you flip your paper upside down and then put the mirror on, you get to use your correct hand. Okay? Problem solve your situation. On your mark, get set, go with D. Okay, so here are the main ideas we covered under page 1. First of all, if I reflect a triangle, I get a what? A triangle. If I reflect a figure like this, I get a figure like this. Okay? Notice that the point that is farthest away from the line of reflection in its image, it's the same point that's the farthest away from the line of reflection. And the other main idea covered in number 1 is if you have an object appearing on the line of reflection, it does not reflect. Okay? All right, we are going to try number 2, a circle and an angle. Reflect it using your geomirror and answer the questions. Go. Quick review on how to use the protractors. Now, unfortunately, my angle did not reflect perfectly because of the fact that I had my mirror slightly angled, so it didn't appear exactly across. When you use a protractor gets placed, the center of the protractor goes on the vertex of the angle that you are measuring. your 0 gets lined up with the bottom line, and then your top line is the one that reads the measurement, okay? If you do not have a line that extends long enough for you to be able to read it, what you need to do is you need to remove your protractor, use a straight edge, and extend your line all the way up. Now, when I look at the protractor numbers here, either the number is 114, mine's a little bit off, or it's 100 or it's 66. Which angle measure is this one? Is it 114 or is it 66 degrees? Why does it have to be the 66 degrees and not the 114? Faith? Well, because it's a reflection, but why else? Bonnie?
Because your line is facing right.
No, because the angle is,
Going right, like it's flat.
it's for sure less than 90. Okay, 114 degrees is greater than 90 degrees. So when you look at an angle, you ask yourself, okay, is it greater than 90 degrees or less than 90 degrees? For sure it's less than 90 degrees. Therefore, the angle will be 66 and not the 114. Okay, that's how you use a protractor. Did everybody reflect their circle? Okay, on your mark, set, go.
Go.
So here are the main ideas about a reflection. Number 1, if you reflect a line, you get a line. If you reflect a ray, you'll get a ray. If you reflect a line segment, you'll get a
Line
line
segment.
segment. If you reflect an angle, you'll get an angle. Main idea number 2, that a reflection preserves length of a segment. So if you reflect a 5-inch line segment, you're going to get 5-inch line segment, okay? And then that brings up reflection idea number 3. Reflection preserves the measure of an angle. If I reflect a 35-degree angle, I get a 35-degree angle. Here's the other main idea, okay? Excuse me. If a reflection is across a line L and point P is not on line L, then L bisects the segment P and P prime. What that's telling me is that the line of reflection happens at a 90-degree angle between the original and its reflected image. And the idea that the distance between the original and the reflection is the exact same as the distance between the reflection and the line of the reflection and the line of reflection. Okay? Bisect means that it's creating a 90-degree angle to the original and the reflection, and that it's the same distance. It hits right in the middle of those two locations. Any questions on these main ideas of a reflection? Okay, go ahead and do example number 5. Example number 5. Okay, so this one, when you're reflecting it, the reflection is going to happen both above the line for C, and E and F have to happen below the line. You still put your geomirror on there, and now I have to try and see above and below the line. This is not easy. I can't see it. Okay, I can't see it up here.
Rotate your sheet.
So, I am going to use, instead, what do you call one of these?
A ruler.
A ruler. Because you don't just have to reflect with a geomirror. I am going to take my, what is this called again?
A ruler.
Ruler, and I'm going to move it the right way. Okay, I'm going to come down. It has to be in what degree to my 90-degree angle? Nope, it's got to be, what, 90 degrees to the line of reflection, right? So it's got to go straight up and down. That's straight up, yep, 90 degrees. See that 90 degrees? Move my ruler over, line it up with C. Let's see. C is 1 Nope, what is this? Half an inch away from my line of reflection. So I'm going to come up here, put a half an inch directly across from C. And I can put a dot. Okay? There is my C. I don't have to have the reflector mirrors. I can do it with a ruler. I then come to E. How far away is E from my line of reflection? It is 3/16. So I come down here. E needs to be 3/16, where I have that little green mark right there. Here is my reflection of E. And line up F. F is to there. There's a half. So 5/8. So I'm going to come down here. And I'm going to do 5/8. Okay. There's my F. And then I'm going to make my straight lines, connecting my points. It goes right over the line of reflection. The reflection happens on each side of the line of reflection. Okay, C had to go to this side of the line of reflection. E and F had to come down. Now when I do my half circle, now you can put in your geometry and put it down below. But you can do it with simply a ruler. Are there any questions how to do it? Go ahead and do your half circle, and we'll move on. Pause.